Welcome back to the show. Check out these headlines. ISO20022 goes live today, ladies and gentlemen. Ripple becoming JP Morgan rival and the Ripple machine. We've got that and so much more. Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show. You could follow us on X, YouTube, and DigPerspectives.com for exclusive content. Look at this right now. The cryptocurrency market cap collectively is $2.95 trillion. Now, the market is up 0.4%, and we're still under $3 trillion. Now, at our peak at cryptocurrency's all-time high, it was like 4.3 trillion and change. So now we're off by $1.35 plus trillion in this space right now. And you're about to hear some of the best news in this space while this market is in disarray. Isn't this what happens? It's the conflict. It's the it's the contradiction of where the numbers in the charts are versus where the fundamental news and the energy is going. As we see right now, it's $83,000 plus for a Bitcoin. There's a lot of people that are just stunned right now. Ethereum, $2,700. Both of those off by 12 and 14% collectively on the 7-day. And then here, XRP off by 15.9 on the 7-day. We're coming in at $1.90 right now. Yeah. That's where we're at. The whole market is bleeding, but yet we've got so much incredible news we're going to go over today, ranging between $1.90 and $2.03. We'll keep an eye on it. I'll be backing that truck up. I'm telling you right now, I want to tell you about Realty Mark, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, their list is growing. They've got buyers that are headed down to see properties, ladies and gentlemen. It's Realty Mark. It is the most beautiful part of the continental United States. I've gone there. I've spent time and I want a place for my family. And you could have one too. So you're looking at that beautiful blue-green water. When the waves come in, I'm not even kidding. It's so clear you can see through them. You got to go to the Bahamas or the islands to be able to get water like that, but you can't get it anywhere except right here in the Panhandle of Florida, where they're getting ready to get rid of property tax, right? Where you don't have state income tax. It's like this is a remarkable opportunity for every one of us. And we saw the stuff that just went down in New York, the cost of living up there. This is a great place to go. And you could be here in the 300, high 300 range, and they have properties in the low mid 300s. But these that we're looking at today are down around Panama City, Florida, down around that end of it, which is the opposite end of Destin. It's gorgeous. Look at this. I'm not even kidding. And that's a beautiful picture, by the way, but it's even more beautiful in person when you're standing in it. I can tell you that. It's absolutely gorgeous. Look at these beautiful condos that you could have. And these are cute little condos here in the 380, 390 range. And if you wanted to sublet these things when you're not in them to offset your cost, Realty Mark will help you do it. You don't have to learn how to do it. They'll help you do it. They got you. They're going to cater to your needs and they are going to custom fit a package that works for you. So click the link underneath the video or just simply go to Gulf of America, XRP.com and get started today. I can't wait to get something for my family. Looking at the day one inflows that Bitwise had here, $107 million. The ticker is XRP with the dollar sign in front of it. Love that for them. Bitwise ETF is rocking on the first end of day report with the $107 million. Are you kidding me? That's incredible inflows right there. That's on the back of what we saw for Canary Capital's 245 or 50, whatever it was there. Just impressive, groundbreaking days right there. And in this down market to boot, oh my goodness. Well, here we know both Franklin Templeton and Grayscale XRP ETFs have been approved for the New York Stock Exchange. Next week is going to be one incredible week for us. And we can't lose sight of the fact, as Chad Steingraber shows here, give him a follow, there are 12 funds coming. That's a fact. There's also more coming after that. There will be so many funds you won't know how to track them. Magnificent 12, Canary, Bitwise, which have just went, Grayscale, Franklin Templeton on deck, just like 21 shares, Coin Shares, Wisdom Tree, Invesco, VanEck, Fidelity, ARC, and Galaxy. Think of it. Now we're going to jump into this a little bit here. We know JP Morgan had estimated XRP ETFs could attract up to $8 billion in the first year. And here we see long-term Bitcoin trader, a long-term Bitcoin trader. You know what it probably took for this Bitcoin guy to be able to say this? He predicts the XRP supply will turn scarce and price could surge in 6 to 9 months. His thesis on XRP scarcity is roughly 18 XRP ETFs. If they all pull 50 million a day, which they're doing more than that now, XRP supply will be scarce in 6 to 9 months. The only way for price is up, he says. Now, this really goes into fall into what we understand to be the Shane Ellis theory. What is being described here is the Shane Ellis theory, and it is unfolding in real time. That's what's so impressive about this. We've been told years and years ago that something like this was coming, and now we're watching the potential for it to be a very real event. And while that event is unfolding and the ETFs just keep coming out and rolling out, today is the day. There is no more delaying, according to Swift. ISO20022 going live today. This move isn't about price. It's about preparedness for the new digital on-chain economy lock-in. That's why I've been saying all along, I don't expect price to go anywhere. And in fact, price has been down, right? And that's what we've seen year after year I've been in this space. Here is the actual announcement directly from Swift on yesterday, the 21st. This weekend marks a major milestone in payments. The coexistence period between MT and ISO 20022 message standards ends. From November 22nd, today, 2025, all financial institutions to financial institutional payment instruction messages will be delivered only in ISO 20022 format. It is here that I remind everybody who hasn't been here for a long time that Ripple was the first distributed ledger technology company to join the ISO 20022 standards body committee, followed soon after by Stellar. That's why this is exciting. And it's exciting because it is the bridge to the new and old financial system, bringing it together. If you don't believe it, leave it to Smoke Dog to show you the Moja Loop in the ISO 2022 maintenance catalog. And he goes into Moja Loop, which is partnered with Ripple, the Ledger, and the Interledger Protocol, the Bill Gates Foundation. And he's going through the documents right now to show you how it is all connected from ISO 20022 to Moja Loop. And that connection happens because of, wait for it, ILP, Interledger Protocol. He's going to pull it up in another folder here in a second, too. That's what we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen. We're in there. It's not going anywhere. We're in there like summer swimwear, right? Interledger Protocol, V4. There it is. Shout out to Smoke Dog. He's just putting it there for us all to see. There's no guessing, ladies and gentlemen. Now it's about really turning it on and starting to use decoded digital assets along with that rich messaging data. Then we'll have something to talk about. Again, this is Brad Garlinghouse sitting down with Patrick J. Witt from the White House crypto chief, talking about Bitcoin is not XRP and tens of trillions are coming by year end.
I would just say the future is very bright for this industry, and there are companies that are going to sprout up here in the space that probably aren't even in existence yet. And wow, there's going to be just amazing efficiencies unlocked. It's going to integrate into the existing financial system. Stable coins are going to proliferate around the globe. So I think you're going to be talking about a market cap into the tens of trillions, even beyond what it is right now at, 4 or 5 trillion. So, there's going to be growth. There's going to be a lot of innovation in the space. There are plenty of companies in this space that are building the infrastructure for this financial future. And pretty quickly, they're going to start to understand that, Bitcoin is not XRP, is not, name your other token out there. And they're, depending on the asset manager, they're going to find their places where they want to have exposure. Do they want to be exposed to the companies that are building that financial future? Do they want to be, exposed to, Bitcoin, Ethereum, others? But I
Notice how he delineated. Do you want to be exposed to projects building out the financial future, or do you want to be exposed to Bitcoin or XRP or Ethereum? Highlighting that Bitcoin and Ethereum are different. Isn't that interesting? Very interesting to me, I can tell you that. Meanwhile, they're getting ready to turn the lights on the utility side of the fence, because ISO20022 is going live today. It is live right now. And then the Big Bang cutover is today. There is no more coexistence phase. And here's evidence that we're going there and we're never coming back. The transformation is in place. Both firms, Citibank and Swift, went on chain, successfully trialed fiat to crypto settlement via blockchain connectors, synchronized payment versus payment settlement was achieved across networks. That's where we're at. Citibank works with Ripple, by the way. And so does BNY Mellon. They're doing the custody for Ripple stablecoin, Real USD. Hunter Horsley, the CEO of Bitwise, says, watch this. This is the CEO of Bank of New York Mellon, the oldest bank in America, the largest custody bank in the world, 53 trillion, again, custodying Real USD for Ripple partner, one of the most widely used service providers in traditional finance. Hard to imagine a simpler, clearer indication crypto is going mainstream. It's underway now. Buckle up. Yeah, he's right about that.
Can you go into digital assets and sort of this trend toward tokenization and how that plays into the business model a bit?
Yeah, sure, Carl. It's a really important trend. It's one of the mega trends. We identified a series of mega trends about a year ago, and we said we want to position our business, invest in those capabilities that will allow us to benefit from those megatrends. Because while we want to drive and are driving organic growth, we also want to make sure that we're attaching ourselves to these big market cycles, and digital assets is one of them. Now, that's not just stable coins, it's also tokenization, and it really is across the ecosystem. So we've been investing around the ecosystem for using our traditional assets and then evolving our traditional business assets to be able to be on-chain as well.
Can you go into...
There you have it right there. It's just Robin Vince, the CEO of BNY Mellon, talking about mega trends of real world asset tokenization. I'm sure it's nothing. Reese Merrick, the managing director of the Middle East and Africa for Ripple, puts this out. BNY Mellon assets under custody in excess of 57 trillion. Side question, how many times can you hear the word megatrend in 40 seconds? Let's go. Yeah, that is super exciting to me too, to hear that kind of massive legacy financial institution talking about coming into this digital asset space. This is remarkable, ladies and gentlemen. And it's all unfolding on a Saturday, while the market's over $1 trillion short. Isn't that something? That's how they really work. Take a listen to our friend Sal Gilberti here from Tucrium, sitting down with none other than the Paul Barron that we all know and love. Take a listen.
A JP, I said it before, JP Morgan rival, once they get their banking license, they're going to be incredibly well capitalized. Why would they want to sell XRP? They're going to hold on to that. As it goes up in value, they could sell some, clearly. Sure. I just think that Ripple is a machine. It is a highly disciplined team that is, they don't all have to agree on things, and some of them leave to go here or go there. They sure all leave and go somewhere related. So whether it's a master plan, or more likely, it's really creative people that work as a team, and they all have different paths that their lives take them on, but they stay in the ecosystem, and they're creating a bigger ecosystem, a more robust ecosystem. I just think Ripple is at the center of the universe, and so Brad says XRP. He's being modest with Ripple.
There you have it right there. Listen, I agree with Sal's comments there. It's just remarkable what we're watching here. And I'm reminded of the people that leave and go places, like Ashish Burla recently leaving Ripple and RippleNet as GM and board member, and David Schwartz leaving and retiring from Ripple, and they're both going over to Evernorth. Yeah, I think that's a great example, Bradley. As an excellent example. Yeah. And when the Boston Consulting Group, the BCG, forecasts $16 trillion coming into crypto in the next 4 years by 2030, I'm left to ask myself the question, and to all of you, how much of that flows into XRP market cap if BCG gets it right about the 16 trillion? Is it 1 trillion, 3 trillion, 5 trillion, 10 or more? I don't know the answer. But I do know this is currently where we are, according to Gert Van Lagen and the trading chart here. This is where we are, according to yesterday. Well, I tell you what, it looks like a solid base for us to take off. Where we go, I don't know, and I've never pretended to. But what I do know is we're going into the Freedom Zone right now, and you could join us inside. Click the button, a great way to support the channel, all your videos with zero Google ads, and so much more. We'll catch you inside. Not financial advice from me or anyone else. Come on in.